Let's move on to the elbow. The elbow consists of 3 bones. There is the humerus, the radius, and the ulna. This is an anterior view. On the posterior view, this is the back of the ulna. This is a so-called olecranon process, olecranon, radius, humerus. On a lateral view, here is the head of the radius, the neck of the radius. Here is our ulna, and here is the humerus. At the elbow, the most important principle we need to be aware of is the so-called joint effusion. How do we know there's a joint effusion? Well, if you dissect the elbow joint out, within the elbow joint there are these little fat deposits, this yellow-looking thing over here. These areas of fat is deposited, deep to the elbow joint. So on this lateral view, here's the humerus, and here's the ulna. This is the joint capsule with joint fluid. So the fat deposit is just superficial. I think I mistakenly told you it was deep. The fat deposit is just superficial to the joint capsule. So when there is fluid in the joint, or joint effusion, the joint capsule gets distended and these fat deposits get pushed away. Anteriorly, it gets pushed anteriorly, and posteriorly, we get posterior displacement of the fat pad. And on X-ray, fat looks very radiolucent, looks very dark on X-ray. So we're going to be looking for areas of these dark things, both in front of and in the back of the humerus. So on this example, this is a lateral view of the elbow joint. You can see this dark triangle right here, just in front of the distal humerus. And you can see a black triangle just in the back. So these are the fat pads. This is the anterior fat pad, and this is the posterior fat pad. They are being displaced away. Normally they sit tight against the bone. Now they've been displaced away because there is an elbow joint effusion deep in here that's now distending and displacing the fat away. This is more subtle. Here is a black triangle right here. More subtle, big anterior fat pad. So this patient has a fracture of the head of the radius. Let's look what it looks like on the lateral view. Subtle. Here's the anterior fat pad right here. And here is that black triangle posteriorly. Anterior and posterior fat pad.